Action.
Action. All right. Welcome to the Chemical Man Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. I have my son with me today, Cash. He wanted to just sit in with me
Hi.
today. Say hi, Cash.
Hi.
So I hope everybody's having a good day today and good week on everything. I want to make a little video about so you get a job and you're happy, and then you got to worry about travel. So you got to think about that. If you are 20 minutes, close by, or you might live an hour away from your work, you got to think about the time you're going to be in your car versus the 12-hour days too. So I know for me, I about 25 minutes is my max. 30 is like pushing it right there for work, and that's even with traffic and stuff. Any more than that, it's man, I'm falling asleep at the wheel on there. But I know some people live an hour away. I know some people live an hour and 15 away, and that's fine if you live out in the country and then you want to drive in to work. That's good, but you got to think about how long you do that for. If you're going to do that for if you do that for 4 days and then you're off on your long change and you enjoy your time off, that's a great thing. But then if you're going to do a shutdown or something and you're going to work 30 days straight, or some of them work 40 plus days straight, you got to think about things like that too. Like, man, I'm going to work 30 days straight, and then I'm going to have to drive back and forth, and so that's an hour plus in your car to and from work, and then getting home, trying to get in bed, and try to do it all again the next day. On there, it adds up, and boy, it can be tiresome. I mean, my max is like 25 minutes. I remember one time I was coming home and I fell asleep, and next thing you know, I'm waking up and I'm like 4 exits down from my exit. I'm like, how in the world did I get down here, man? I don't know how I didn't wreck, but thank God somebody was looking out for me and I didn't wreck on that one. But so yeah, so you got to think about if you want to move somewhere closer, if you want to make the drive. Heck, I've worked with guys and their whole family lives in a whole other state, and so they just come home, they just work, have an RV, and then on their days off, they go back and visit their family in the other state. I got people that live an hour and 15, hour and almost an hour and 45 minutes away. Some of them will come down if they got a brother or sister close by. They'll stay with them. Or I've even had people have their RVs and put in an RV park, and they'll stay in an RV and then on their days off go back home and do what they need to do. But it is something you need to consider is about how far you want to live away from your work. If you're okay with driving an hour, do that. If you're not okay with it, do that. A good rule of thumb too is if you get a job somewhere, man, make the drive out there. See how long it's going to take you. See how long, if you can do that every day. Can I drive this every day from where I live now? Or I'm staying with my parents. Can I stay with my parents for a year to live rent free and make this drive back and forth? Because last thing you want to do is drive home early in the morning and something happened. You fall asleep, or even me. I take a straight highway to work, and that 2:30 in the morning, the drunks coming out of the bars, the people leaving the casino over there. It it's a lot of traffic at that time in the morning. That's the last thing you want to do is being in that on there too. But I just wanted to come on here and say, think about things like that. Think about things that when you get a job, how far you want to live, where you want to live. You want to live close. Do you want to live far? Think about somewhere in the medium there. Think about can I make this long drive every day? And if you can, then that's great, because on your days off, then it benefits you because you're out there and you're away from the city and stuff like that. There's people that carpool, so if you live next to somebody and y'all work the same shift, shoot, try to do a carpool on that. That's a good one too, and then y'all can take turns. And if you get too tired, someone can nap while the other person can drive that day and stuff. But yeah, relocation. Think about your drive. Think about how far you want to live from work. These are all good things to think about when you're getting in this field too, on that. So now my son Cash over here sitting. Cash, what would you like to talk about? Was there anything you want to bring up while you're on the podcast with
Um,
me?
I want to say something. Just make sure you have the right car and the right vehicle to drive down there, cause he was in a car and then he got pulled. He didn't get pulled over, but he lost gas and the car stopped working.
Uh, yes, I have been stranded like many people before with certain cars. I am one of the ones that likes to have a work car, so that's something you might want to think about too. If you live far away, maybe go with a car that get good gas mileage. Think about when you're going to be think about when you're going to be working long. Do you want to have something when your car's out there? Maybe it doesn't. If anything happens, or you have a release, or if you park next to a waste treatment plant, you don't want to ruin your clear coat. But also, a good point too is when you have kids and you live a long distance away. Say if you got an hour and a half drive from your work, and you have kids. Think about that distance. Think about, okay, if I get off at 5 o'clock, I got an hour and a half drive. Could be traffic. That could be closer to 7 o'clock by the time I get home with traffic. 6:30, and then, I want to spend time with my kids. Well, that doesn't give me a whole lot of time because I'm going to have to go to bed soon because I have to get up the next day and work. Or your kids got golf, your kids got baseball, your kids got soccer, their whatever their times are on that, especially on the weekends. So that's another thing to consider too is the distance driving and then having to take care of your kids and make sure you make all their stuff that they have going on, and you don't want to be on that. But yeah, it's just hey, and rest when you can. Make sure if you're going to drive long hours that you get plenty of rest. Make sure you drive it before you get a job somewhere to see if you like it. Make sure that you know that will I be able to handle the hour plus drive and then get home with the family and then have to do stuff on the day, especially when it's shut down on there. Cash, what else you got?
I don't have really anything else, but do you have anything else?
No, that's all I got on this one. Just you guys take it easy out there. Be safe. Think about what you're doing. Be careful when you're driving early in the morning or late at night, whatever your hours are on there. And then just think about all the things that you could do when you get a job. And remember, like, share, subscribe, share if you want. Once again, if you need help with your resumes, be more than happy. There's been quite a few people that I've been helping lately, and it's been working out for them really good. Anyway, y'all have a good day, and till the next time, we'll talk to y'all later. All right, out.